ATI, most known for their T5 bulbs. Well, they've been in the LED game for a while with their Straton fixture. Now we have the Stratton G2. I'm here with Greg to talk me through this absolutely gorgeous fixture.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
That's creating no heat at all, and there's no fan. I'm stealing the thunder. Walk me through this.
Absolutely. So what you got there is the actual Straton Pro G2, like you said, just came out about 30 days ago. This is the next generation, obviously, from the G1, which came about 2 years ago.
Okay.
No real change to the actual housing itself. The housing is just a big piece of milled aluminum, which, as Mark mentioned, like no heat from this thing, so this dissipates all the heat that's coming from these LEDs.
So no fan needed at all?
No fan needed at all. Even if you're running this 100%, you don't need fans. It's barely, I mean, you literally can set your hand on it, leave it. It's warm to the touch, even at full blast.
That's
amazing,
though.
amazing, amazing.
Okay.
So the way they do it, obviously, with the aluminum heatsink or the aluminum, frame to it, obviously. And then the other big thing is if you flip it over, the way the LEDs are arrayed is much different than you see on most traditional LED fixtures, right? Most of them are going to be clustered in certain locations of the fixture. That's going to generate additional heat, which obviously then they need a fan to cool those down, right?
Okay.
So with this fixture, by distributing the lights over the entire bay of the fixture, you're able to dissipate that heat a little bit more easily. And then the other big benefit is you're going to get much better light distribution with this light compared to other lights, right? So the lights are just almost edge to edge on this fixture, right?
Yep.
So again, the light distribution when you put this over a tank is very even and very uniform.
Okay.
And also very high. The power numbers are extraordinary.
So you're not going to expect any caustics, any light tearing with that disco ball effect with this because your light is so spread out.
Correct, exactly. No, yeah, very little disco ball effect at all.
Okay, so I'm seeing UV, red, blue, royal blue, green, and white.
Yeah, so there's actually 8 different colors in there. There's 2 different whites in there. There's a cyan white and a more like natural white. There's 2 different blues, like you said, a blue and a royal blue. There's an actinic. There's actually a violet in there as well, which almost looks like the actinic. The violet and the actinic actually share the same channel.
Okay.
There's a red, and then there's the cyan as well. So you actually have 7 different points of control, but 8 different color spectrums in there.
So we can control each spectrum individually if we wanted.
Correct. Yeah, except for the violet and UV, which are shared the same channel.
Okay,
Correct.
so
yes,
that's
yes,
fine.
Yes.
But I can dial things up. You have presets if I like it,
absolutely.
or create my own spectrum.
Absolutely. So there's, I think, like 8 to 10 presets that are loaded into the light. Obviously, you can choose one of those, be working right out of the box really quickly, or you can set up your own color spectrum. The other really cool feature about this light in terms of how it's controlled with the LEDs is that each of these bays or banks are individually controllable, right? So if you have this over a light and you want to get more light towards the front of your tank, you can program these to be at a higher intensity or a different color if you want it as well.
Okay.
And then the back of your tank, obviously, you could have, for example, a lower intensity or maybe a bluer color or a whiter color, depending exactly how you want it, you can dial it in, right? So that's a really cool feature that you don't see on other lights as well. The ability to kind of independently control different parts of that fixture.
And is it this is a bank and this is a bank, or can I do just this strip?
It's no, it's this is the bank and this is a bank, right? So in this is the 102, which is the small version. So 2 points, or 2 sections, I guess would be the right way to say it. 2 sections of control for this.
And
one.
you have a 3-panel version, 3 banks, and a 4-bank one for really wide tanks.
Right. So what you see here is the 102, which is two panels, the 153, which would be 3, and then the 204, which would be 4, right? So we generally say with the 102, that's tanks up to 24 inches wide.
Okay.
The 3-bay or the 153 or 3-bank, that's going to be tanks like at least 30 inches wide, maybe even a little bit wider than that.
Okay.
And then the 204, 36 inches and above in terms of width of those tanks.
Which is me. I got a 4-foot tank. It's hard to light the edges without having multiple fixtures. One of the 302s, the big boys.
The 204 is correct, yeah.
The 203 with 204, would get that done.
Yeah, absolutely. Right,
okay.
For sure.
So there's a hanging solution.
Yes.
There's a hard mount solution for an arm for the tank as well.
Right, exactly. So right out of the box, it comes with a hanging kit. Looks really sleek, obviously. I mean, you can see how thin this fixture is. It's, almost the same thickness as like, an iPhone or an iPad, right? It looks, it's really sleek. I mean, the weight you can tell is like really, it's a really solid fixture. And like you said, like the hanging option right out of the box, it looks really sleek out of the box that way. But we also do, we know other people need other mounting options.
Okay.
So we have a side tank mount bracket essentially that comes off each side of the tank, and then a rail that would come across the tank. And there's obviously that rail would be in different lengths depending on the length of your tank, right? So obviously 4-foot tank, you get a 4-foot length, or excuse me, a 4-foot rail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And all this is controlled via an app through Wi-Fi.
Correct.
Don't need Bluetooth, don't need an access point.
Exactly.
It's all built in.
Yes, exactly. So there's actually two different ways to control it. Most people are going to go with the Wi-Fi option,
Okay.
but you can control it directly to the light as well, depending on your situation.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it gives you a little bit of flexibility. Obviously, a little bit more stability with the control when you go directly to it.
Okay.
But obviously, then you're taking your phone or your tablet off of the Wi-Fi in order to do that.
Sure.
But again, you have that flexibility. I think again, most people are going to still put it on their Wi-Fi, control it that way. They're going to pull their phone, their tablet out, and control it that way.
How many watts out of this light?
So the 102 is about 165, again, at full power.
Okay.
Most people are never going to run these things at full power.
No.
The 153 would be 215 watts.
Okay.
And the 204 is going to be, I think, around 250, 260. I get the exact number on that one, but steps up a little bit.
That's what I need for my tank.
Right.
That's the big panel. And it's white or black, depending on what you want it to look like.
Exactly. So like it's kind of, I would say dark gray, maybe is the better way to phrase it. We call it an anthracite gray.
Okay.
And then the white color as well. And then the rails, we're looking to get those to come in the same colors to match the actual fixtures themselves.
Some people like these fixtures over a rimless tank, nice clean look, but then they get light spillage. There's no lens for this, there's no hood needed because it's recessed in how you guys have the optics.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So you can, put these in your showroom, in your family room or living room. You can be sitting on your couch below the tank level or below the light level and not feel like you're getting that glare on yourself for sure.
But you don't want to put this in a canopy because it's such good looking.
Right.
It's really a piece of art.
You don't need to, again, because there's no glare, right? So
right.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I love that it's available in two colors. I love the big panel version for my wide tank.
Right.
But even with a smaller tank, this is more than enough light.
Absolutely.
One of these things is going to cover a 40-gallon breeder, 36-inch wide tank. No problem.
Absolutely. So, these are a little bit more expensive lights than what's generally out there on the market. However, the caveat I would say is they do cover more than most other lights on the market, right? So, the real common example I like to give, like on a traditional 5-foot tank, most people are going to run 3 LED fixtures over that tank.
Right.
With these fixtures, easily can get away with 2. So yeah, the price point's a little bit higher with them, but you're getting a premium product. And then again, in that scenario, you're using less fixtures and actually spending less money out the door, both upfront and long term, because obviously your energy costs are going to be a lot less as well.
And less cords running around your tank, less things to mount.
Pricing wise too, just to run that down real quick for you.
Sure.
The 102 there is $1180.95.
Okay.
The 153 is $1557.95. These are all retail points.
Yep.
And then the 204 is I think $1918.95.
Okay.
So again, a little bit more of a premium price point, but again, given what you get out of it and given the coverage and the number of fixtures you have to use, it's actually still a pretty good value out there as well.
ATI has always been a premium brand with the T5s and LEDs. This thing is gorgeous. Performance sounds like it's there as well.
For sure.
This is really a nice fixture. Definitely tempted to get one over my tank.
Absolutely. And I know you talked about the T5s a little bit earlier as well. Like they kind of, obviously ATI is known for their T5s.
Yeah.
And so they kind of wanted to simulate that kind of concept with an LED fixture. And again, that's one of the reasons why you see the LED spread out over the entire bank of the fixture itself to get that kind of even distribution that you got with the T5s.
Yep.
And that nice kind of
that
flat color that you got for the T5s as well.
So there's definitely some LED haters that still watch our show. Do you guys still making T5s? You still making some T5 bulbs at ATI?
We definitely still make the T5 bulbs for sure.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the fixtures have been phased out, but we definitely have the bulbs, and hopefully we'll have those for the foreseeable future as well.
Okay, so if you're really resisting after 13, 14 years now, I don't know why when you're looking at this, but you can still get the ATI T5s.
Absolutely.
You can get them out there.
For
All right,
sure.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mark.